We need more movies with cool concepts and original stories. But we need good movies with cool concepts and original stories, which this movie is not. Hey everyone, welcome to the review. Here's my review for the movie A Cure for Wellness. Yes, A Cure for Wellness stars Dane Dehaan and Jason Isaacs, and this movie is directed by Gore Verbinski, a director who gave us amazing movies like The Ring and the Pirates of the Caribbean movie and the two good sequels, but also gave us shitty movies like Rango, Lone Ranger, and The Time Machine. So a mixed blessing for this director, but now he's directing this new horror psychological thriller. The story of this movie is about this young executive who's basically going on this trip to the Swiss Alps to find his CEO, his boss, and pick him up from this treatment center, this clinic and stuff. But when he arrives to this clinic, some weird shit's happening, and basically he becomes a patient. He doesn't know whether to get out or get his CEO or something, and basically weird shit's going down, and he doesn't know what's happening or what's about to happen. That's all I can say, because they don't really spoil it in the trailer, so I won't spoil it in this review. But all I gotta say is I was kind of interested to see this movie because it had a pretty interesting concept, an original story, and a pretty decent director. I like Gore Verbinski, and I like when he does a horror movie, like The Ring. The Ring is a great horror movie, and I like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, the ones that he did and stuff. But yeah, this movie I think may be a little too ambitious for his taste. I could definitely see this movie being directed by like a Nicholas Winding Refn. If Nicholas Winding Refn directed this movie, I can totally tell this movie would have been a lot more stylistic and more creepy and edgy. This movie is unpleasant, disgusting, and very unwatchable. I wasn't a big fan of this movie. I really wasn't. I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm not a fan of this movie. I can't recommend it for people. I found it off-putting. Definitely a one and done for me, but like the Neon Demon. Like a lot of people loved the Neon Demon. And I totally get it, because the Neon Demon was a really cool, interesting idea, a fresh idea, with a really cool, unique style of filmmaking. I really loved Nicholas Winding Refn, and what he did with the Neon Demon was fascinating. I just personally couldn't get into the film. This is the same thing, I just can't get into it, but I can definitely see there is an audience for this movie. Either people are going to hate this movie, or people are going to love it. And if you love it, I can definitely see why, but I'm not the target audience. I'm not into this sort of thing, this weird style of filmmaking. I'm not into this kind of storytelling, this weird psychological. I like different types of psychological thrillers and horror movies. This just isn't for me. This is just it's kind of like Neon Demon, but I thought Neon Demon was at least a better directed film. This one, I don't think Gore Verbinski was the right choice to direct this film. The writing wasn't that bad, even though some of the dialogue was a bit hokey and not all the characters are really well fleshed out, but the concept, the idea, and the story is original, and it's fascinating. It is interesting and intriguing, so the writing wasn't a huge issue. It was mostly the directing, the tone, and even some of the performances. The entire supporting cast wasn't very good, and Dane Dehaan, an actor who I've loved since Place Beyond the Pines, Chronicle, and Lawless, but ever since he did Amazing Spider-Man 2, he's been letting me down. God damn it, Dane Dehaan, you're a great actor. But yeah, he was just kind of his role was really hard to play. I don't know if he was the right person to play that role. Jason Isaacs, on the other hand, was a very interesting character, because I didn't know where they were going with this character and stuff, and he gave a good performance. Jason Isaacs was probably the only good performance in this entire movie. The entire supporting cast wasn't really great. The direction was a little sloppy, a little clunky and stuff. It was all over the place. It was overindulgent. It was overly long. And just, I was out of the movie about halfway through. Halfway through this movie, I'm like, is this movie done already? This movie is sick, twisted, disturbing, and unsettling, and my god, it's very off-putting and unwatchable. But some people might get into that. Some people thought The Neon Demon was one of the best movies of 2016. That's cool, I liked it too, but it's definitely not a movie I can watch a lot, and I didn't really love it, but I can see why. Same goes with this movie, just it's a little, not as good as Neon Demon, but I think if you liked the Neon Demon, I think you would probably like this movie, because you like how weird and messed up it is. Again, I think if Nicholas Winding Refn directed this movie, I think it would have been a better movie, and they chose a better lead actor. I love Dane Dehaan, just he wasn't right for this role. This movie has good things in it. There's originality, the concept's cool, and I like original storytelling, but I like good original storytelling and entertaining and engaging storytelling. I love original films, but I just want them to be good and something that I like. This I did not like. I can't recommend this movie. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but if you like the trailers and you love weird, trippy movies, then I think you'd get a lot of enjoyment out of this movie, but personally, this just wasn't for me. There's some things I really enjoyed, but all in all, A Cure for Wellness is definitely a movie I cannot recommend. So, yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give the movie A Cure for Wellness a 5.2 out of 10. So yeah, it's a bit low, but that's as generous as I can get it. So yeah, that was my review for the movie A Cure for Wellness. So yeah, in the comment section below, please tell me what is your favorite movie directed by Gore Verbinski. My favorite is probably the first Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. The Ring is right there, but first Pirates film is just such a great film. But what is your favorite? Comment below, let me know. And as always for this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.